going to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, December 23rd, 2021. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. In case you missed yesterday's show, we did a quick preview of the Arnold Classic lineups, and we talked about former Olympia champ Brandon Curry as being a potential winner. But with all due respect to Brandon, William Bonac also deserves some love too, because you can make an argument that no one in this lineup has as much to prove as he does. He's the only athlete in the lineup who can lay claim to being a multi-time Arnold Classic champ. And the whole back and forth between him and Nick Walker last year, well, we know about that. I think he has something to prove this year, because if he wins and he manages to beat Brandon, now all of a sudden he's right back in the conversation as a legitimate top 3 Olympia threat. But if he loses or he misses the mark and slips in the placings, it's a whole other story. So there's a lot on the line here, and we need to see how this plays out. Now, here's the thing. Even with everything I just said about William and Brandon in the last segment, neither one of them are coming into the show with more momentum than Nathan Asha. I know Nathan chose not to do the Olympia, but the run that he had after the Olympia was one of the most impressive that we saw from anyone in the Open all year long. And I think it reminded a lot of people of how incredible he can be when he's at the top of his game. When Nathan can get himself right, he's a nightmare for anyone to deal with. So even if Brandon and William are at or close to their best, that still might not be enough to move them ahead of Nathan if he shows up and hits a grand slam. Once you start to get older and you have kids, well, your idea of fun starts to change a little bit. But even if I were back in my prime, I can say for sure that I wouldn't want, well, maybe a little part of training legs with Shaun Clarida, because there's nothing about these videos that even remotely resembles fun. Shaun's level of intensity is so high when he trains that it almost feels like you're watching the video and you're getting sore just by osmosis. Every week he manages to keep going back in there and upping the ante, which is one of the things that makes him such a rare breed. The man eats, sleeps, and trains bodybuilding, and anytime someone has that sort of singular focus, it's almost impossible for them not to win at the highest level in everything they do. And finally, we're closing out the show today with this video of Rafael Brandao for 2 reasons. 1, he looks ridiculous and he's having an incredible off-season, which most of you probably already know. And 2, because in the video, he's not running on the treadmill hooked up to machines because it's some sort of secret Brazilian fat loss trick. It's because he's working with a team of cardiovascular doctors to make sure that he's taking care of his health. Given everything that we've seen in our industry this year, I thought it was important to remind everyone that taking care of your health has to be a priority. You only get to ride this train once, and when it's over, it's over. This is the holiday season. And one of the things that makes this time of year so special is the time we get to spend with our family and the people we love. So if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for them, because they'll thank you in the end. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.